Oh, for God's sakes. Hey guys. Hold on. Trying to fix this. Okay, that's really high. That's okay. Hey guys, how are you? Hold on one second. Let me get Kimberly on with me. Kimberly, if you are, maybe you requested. Hold on. Oh, you did. Okay, I'm adding you. We're going to see what happens, because last time I did this, I did not have to turn my phone sideways. We'll see. You don't have to anymore. Yay! We didn't have to. Oh. Okay,
I'm
first
sweating.
of all, guys, welcome to Expose the Narcissist Worst Nightmare. I'm your host, Lisa Fuller, and Kimberly Wilde. We're your hosts, co-hosts, hostesses with the hostess. So we have been, well, you might be watching this on your YouTube channel, our new YouTube channel, or you are watching it live on Facebook, a Facebook Live video. Either way, welcome. We're so happy to have you. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, do that, because we're going to be going live a lot. We're going to be doing a lot of videos. And so I think the title says it all, Exposed, a Narcissist's Worst Nightmare. The reason why we named our channel that, and the reason why because I think we're a narcissist's worst nightmare. Like, the narcissist doesn't want the new girlfriend and the old girlfriend to ever talk. Okay, that's just, they just don't want that. It's called, it's the title that I made this video, it's called Exposed, a Narcissist's Worst Nightmare. So that's our YouTube channel. Anyways, yeah, we named it that because, like, a narcissist does not want the old girlfriend and the new girlfriend to talk. They don't want that to happen. Because then the new supply may just find out that they need to leave. So I think, since this is our first video, I mean, we're going to try not to go too long, because, I mean, we don't want to lose your, whatever, not intelligent. They're all intelligent. We don't want to lose your, what's that word? We don't want to lose people's attention. But, so, long story short, just to give you, like, a little bit of a rundown, I was with a narcissist for 15 years. And I mean, on and off, pretty much on, but, like, there were some major breakups in that time where he would cheat. He would leave for 6 months, that person would figure out who he was, then we'd get back together. And this was just a cycle that continued and continued. We had one child together, and Kimberly is the new supply. The new supply that he started grooming for a year before she even realized it. And he ended up leaving me for Kimberly, or I guess I left, but it was kind of a mutual thing. And long story short, you know, I think that Kimberly ended up leaving. She called me, right? I got a call, and I was so happy, because if you guys, one of the questions I always get from people that have been with a narcissist, especially if it was like a relationship with one, should I tell the new supply? Should I warn the new girl? And the answer is no, because he had already filled Kimberly's head with all these lies about me. It wouldn't have mattered what I would have said. He had already prepared for that. She's crazy. She's done this and that. She broke my heart. She's the bad guy. And she's going to tell you all this stuff that's not true, right? So if I would have gone to Kimberly, it just would have validated it. Plus, she had been so loved bombed. You know, she was in that love bombing stage that she's in love, y'all. Like, there was no way that anything I was going to say was going to help. So my best advice to anybody that ever comes to me and says, should I tell the new supply, is no, because it's just going to make you look more crazy. And honestly, it's going to validate everything he's telling her. People have to figure it out on their own, just like I did. When I first got with our narcissist, I hate saying that, but it is. His ex-wife and his ex-girlfriend and his other, like everybody told me, didn't matter. I was in love. I was in the love bombing phase. I thought he was my soulmate, the greatest person on the planet. He was just incredible. Like, yeah, his ex-wife was nuts. I believed him. She was crazy. And all his other girlfriends too, all of them. They were all crazy as well. I mean, we went to the same high school, so I had heard stuff about him from all these other girls, but I just thought, what do you mean? This amazing man. There's no way that these things that he's saying, that they're saying about him is true. There is no way. He is my soulmate. I love him. He is the perfect person, and he's so kind and sweet and generous, and wow, they don't make men like this, right? And y'all, the other question is, do they change? Well, this is why I think our channel is going to blow up, because you are now getting to hear from the girlfriend and the new supply that they do not change. They don't change with anyone. And from the outside looking in, I thought he had changed. I mean, like,
Right?
you said something, Kimberly, that I was like, oh my God, me too. You said that you wanted to prove me wrong. So when things started going sour, when he started being the way I was posting, you know, I was posting stuff on Facebook about him, like, you know, beware of narcissists, hoping that she would see, you know, hoping, because the day she found it was like the best day ever. I was like, yes, she's away. But let me tell you what, you said that, and I'm like, me too. So when things started to go south, which is very quick, maybe within 6 months, like, this demon starts to come out in 6 months. And for 15 years, this is the way I explain it. For 15 years, I was chasing the person he was the first 6 months. I thought, if I could just change enough about me, if I could be smart enough, if I could be better enough, if I could be sexier enough, if I could no. And every time I changed something, he would find something else he didn't like. And I was chasing the love bombing that happened in the first 6 months. So very quickly, they start to show their true colors. They start to change. But you said something, and I was like, boom, oh my God, yes. You wanted to prove me wrong. So when I started seeing the red flags 6 months in, I'm talking crazy red flags, I didn't want his ex-wife to be right. I was like, no, I'm just going to stick this out. It's going to get better, you know. And then I got pregnant, and then and then 1 year turns into 2, turns into 5, turns into 10, and then 15 years I'm doing this and accepting my life. Like, this is my life. My life sucks. There is no love in it. There is no, I mean, God, we're going to have so many different videos on so many different topics, but that just blew my mind when you said that, because I just wanted to prove her wrong. Like, that's why I didn't leave when I started seeing the signs, because I didn't want everybody to be right. It's the craziest shit. So I don't know, you can talk now. That's just where I'm at.
No, I think I saw, I think maybe a couple people tried to warn me, and then I was stalking you, because I did that often from my children's phone. And you had posted, because something about if you're blocked and you're here, and I was like, damn it. That's not for me, you know. And then, but I would, you know, I would go over there, and I was just like, oh my God, it's all true. It's all true. You know what I mean? And he never let me post anything about us on Facebook, you know, and he was just like, no, because the things that we keep private, we can protect, you know what I mean? And so it was like, I was his assistant. That's how I started out. Like, I was his personal assistant. And I stayed that through the course of our relationship. So there was, you know, he was my boss, but he was also, you know, my partner. But it was never, I mean, he never even changed his Facebook status, you know, 15 years. He's single, you know. And you have in a relationship with no name, you know, no name, you know. And so it's just because they're always, you know, they're always like, they're always looking for their next supply, you know, even though. And I just thought, I believed every lie he told me about you, and all of the things that are coming to light now, that he's just like, oh, she never had she could never even think for herself. She never had a single thought of her own. And how you posted the other day about the 24-hour rule. And I'm like, oh my, I messaged you, and I'm like, oh my God, that's something that he would always preach. whenever something happens, give it 24 hours. That's my rule, you know? And it's like, Lisa came up with that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so much. And I just, you know, he told me in the beginning, you know, you're the last girl I'm ever going to love. And I held on to that, you know? And in 3.5 years, he never once said, I love you. In 3.5, you know, he never once said that. But that one day, you know, one night, probably he was so drunk, he probably doesn't even remember saying that. You know what I mean? But he never meant it. Everything that comes out of their mouth is an intentional lie. Like, it just
Yeah.
an intent, you know.
It's annoying. I mean, it's annoying that I wasted 15 years. And I'm so glad that you, like I said, girl, you're much smarter than me.
No,
Like the fact
I
that you
couldn't take
just,
it.
yeah.
I couldn't take it anymore. Mom, I'm doing a live.
Do you want
Okay,
to know
Mom.
what's crazy, you guys? They're not different. So the message that Kimberly has shown me all these messages, and literally all I could do is just fill in my words with her part because he types the same stuff. He says the same things. It's like crazy. Like they don't do anything different. They're not special in any way, shape, or form. Like now that I've been away for 4 years, I go, what? And you know what? He's probably gonna watch this. You know he will. And he's gonna be just with his narcissistic fucking ass, excuse me. Yeah,
Sorry.
with his narc ass, he's gonna be like, look, see, they're still talking about me.
If
Look,
it was
right?
so bad, this is what he's going to say. If it was so bad, why did they stay
Yeah,
so long? If it was so bad. And here's the
yeah.
thing, you guys, is there's this thing called the smear campaign, okay? And I thought that he was such a gentleman, such an amazing man. He would never talk bad about me. He would never talk bad about me. Our problems in our relationship, our disagreements, our arguments, all of everything, that's all private. Like I never once thought that everybody knew about all these things, okay? But then they all did because that's what they do the whole time. When you're not around, they're talking crap about to all of your friends and everything. And that's what he did with me, like with Lisa, because when I first met her, and this was before I even started working for him, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, what, he's inviting me to breakfast and inviting me to lunch. And I'm like, does Lisa want to come? No, she's lazy. She never gets out of bed. She doesn't shower. She doesn't do anything. She never makes dinner.
Well,
She doesn't even hug me,
That's true.
You're not, whatever.
That is true.
I wouldn't get out of bed. I mean, see, by this time you'd already figured him out. So you were, gray rocking him and everything. And we'll get into that in a different video, but I didn't know this, I didn't know this. And I felt so sorry for him. And here's the thing. This man is neither one of our type. Okay. He is not our type, you guys.
No,
He's not attractive.
This is the craziest thing, you guys. He is not attractive.
He is not.
And I mean, I'm not tooting our horn, but I don't think either one of us are that bad. Like, I'm sorry, but like, he is not cute.
But I would stare at him like he hung the moon.
Because that's the thing with narcissists, though, is they are so charming and they will mold themselves to fit you. And what you do is you tell them your deepest, darkest secrets about you, that things you're not proud of, your past, all of it. And then what they do is, once the love bombing phase is over, it's all thrown in your face. Nothing was ever good enough. If you would just change this, then I'll love you. If you would just do this, then I would marry you. If you would just do this, then and I would change it. And then that didn't work. And then I would change it again. And you're right. It got to the point after. So for me, I didn't know what was going on. I knew that it was abuse. I knew it wasn't right, but I knew it wasn't normal abuse. Like I didn't know. And one day, a friend of mine came to me and said, Lisa, based off of behaviors, because, he would show his true colors. He showed them around other people, right? But because he pays for everything with money he didn't earn, by the way, it's just such a joke. Because he pays for everything and spoils anyone but his family. Children he treats like shit. me, you know, if you're in his family, even his own parents, like seriously, but total strangers, he'll give the shirt off his back. Like, I remember my kids saying to me at one point, Mom, why can't he treat us like he treats the neighbors?
I
Why
wanted him
is
to
he
treat me like he treated the dog. I
yeah,
just,
like
yeah,
even the dog. Oh my
yeah.
God, yes, even the dog, please. Like I'll take that treatment any day. And it's crazy because you just literally like he he just takes little by little every piece of you. You don't even know who you are anymore, right? Because all you're doing is trying to please him. And it's just full of, you know, days of silent treatments and you don't even know what the hell you did. It could be something as simple as there was a sock on the ground and now it's World War III in the house with the kids and he pits the kids against each other. Like, you know, this child is his golden child for the month and the other ones get treated like crap. Like there's so much, and we're gonna have like total videos on separating all of this stuff. But at the end of the day, I just look at, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what it was. And then a friend of ours came to me and said, I think he's a narcissist. And I thought a narcissist was, you know, somebody that looked in the mirror and thought they looked good. I didn't know what it was. She goes, Lisa, go to YouTube, go, and you guys, this is how I explain it. Imagine if you were sick and you had symptoms and you went to a doctor and they kept telling you nothing was wrong. And so you went to another doctor and they said nothing was wrong. And you went to another doctor and they said nothing was wrong. And finally you find a doctor that tells you what's wrong. Dude, I bawled. I was like, this is it, everything. Like he fit every description of not just a narcissist, but a sociopath. And I'm like, this is what I've been in. This is finally an explanation. And once I had learned 13 years in what he was, then I was able to avoid a lot of the things because I learned how to gray rock. I learned how to just stay in. Like, you know, that's why I didn't go places or I'd want to go, but he would leave me behind so that he could tell you that I didn't want to go. Like, it was just all mind games and everything else. But it's just so crazy how I was able to kind of get to a place, like I told you, it was the best we had ever done when he cheated with you
and I stayed.
I thought finally he's 50 years old. He's done with this. I've stuck it out long enough. And even though I'm not that happy, at least it's not that bad anymore because I had learned how to control I gave him no reasons. He couldn't get his narcissistic supply out on me because now that I knew what he was, I had learned how to manage it. And now I wasn't giving him the supply he needed. So that was my biggest mistake, because if I kept giving his supply, he never probably would have looked elsewhere. But the fact that I was boring now, I wasn't giving him any supply at all, that's when he, you know, sought out Kimberly. And by the way, Kimberly had just had a baby. And this man is all, you know, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And it's just, it all
I worked for him. Yeah. So, I mean, I worked for him. And so like, and my husband worked on the road and was very, you know, like, so why are you going to lunch with this guy? Like, I mean, you're his assistant. You do this paperwork, this office work. There's no need to go shopping and him buy you Michael Kors bags or $100 phone cases or, you know, $500 on baby stuff.
Y'all get this shit. He would buy me the same gifts as her on Mother's Day. And then I would get upset. I'd be like, why are you buying your assistant the same purse as me? A couple $100 purse. Like, this isn't normal. And what he would do but he purposely did that. He would do things in front of you and for you to gaslight me and then tell me I was crazy. And, you know, I would accuse him. And don't get me wrong, you guys, you know, when he first left, when we broke up and I left and was like, it's either me or her, and he wouldn't choose. So I said, well, I'm choosing for you. And I left. You guys, don't get me wrong. I hated Kimberly. It was all her fault. Because that's what I had done. Because normally, every other time we would break up, he would cheat. The new supply would figure out who he was. And within 6 months, they'd dump him and he'd be back to me, right? He would somehow coordinate it to where it would be me making the initiative to get back together. So he could say later on, oh, you wanted to get back together. It's like everything is a mind F-U-C-K. Okay. Everything they do is calculated.
Years of confusion, like just confused. If you're confused all the time,
confused for 15 years. What did I do? I don't understand. You know, if you don't know what you did, you need to figure it out. Like, just, you guys,
and
I
you're
can't.
apologizing. You're apologizing for something that you don't even know. You don't even know what you did. You probably didn't even do anything wrong. Okay.
No.
Because they're mad at themselves. They're not even mad at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's just like
All
you
their
go in circles.
insecurities, everything they hate about themselves, they say it's you. You know,
Yeah.
they put it all on you. And I mean, so when was it about, how long did the love bombing phase last? And when did you notice, okay, something's not right here?
It was so you left, you guys went to Hawaii, you left after your birthday, after you guys got back. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, let's just talk about that for a second. They're in Hawaii. She takes this family trip, her family, like parents, okay? His family, parents, like flies them all from Ohio, okay? They all come, they're going to Hawaii, spends like a small fortune, okay, that Lisa paid for. And the whole time they're there, he's on FaceTime with me. The whole time that they're there. And his mom ends up sick and in the hospital on this Christmas vacation to Hawaii. She's in the hospital with his mom while he's on FaceTime with me. He's having her pick out gifts for me and my children. Okay. That he's, you know, and I don't, and it's like I don't even know if we can't call it like an affair, you guys. It's not, there was no like sex involved, but it's an affair. Okay. Because it's like, I'm sorry. I wasn't going to bring that up. I'm sorry. So anyways, when they get back, okay, from Hawaii, you know, he's just presenting, you know, all these gifts and everything. Okay. He presents me with this cup with a unicorn on it. Real cool cup. It's a unicorn and it says magical AF or magical AF or something like that. And you know, Lisa's sitting over here like, where the hell did that come from? Never saw him buy that or pack that or this or that. You know what I mean? Like, why would you buy this is your girlfriend.
I already knew you guys were, I already knew what was happening, but I confronted him and he would crazy make me. He would say, you're crazy.
And so then you threw me that baby shower, this like, she threw, you guys, the most amazing baby shower. And here I am, this home wrecker. Okay. I mean, thank God we've had I've apologized a million times and I love you, Lisa. But it's like, I had the most amazing baby shower, and all the while, here I am behind her back being one of those girls, being one of those friends, being one of those girls that we promised ourselves that we're never, ever, ever going to be. I want you guys to know that if you have found yourself in that situation and you were friends with the ex and then you found yourself the new supply and then the cycle goes, okay, yes, you have your part. Okay, yes, you have your part in it. You are at fault too. Okay, but a narcissist, if you've never been charmed by a narcissist, you don't even, it's just like hypnotized by a snake. Okay.
It is. It's like, yeah. And it is crazy because it was all your fault. And I really thought it was going to be like every other time. You'd figure him out within 6 months. He'll be back and we'll just be back to the same old thing. You guys, it's because it's all I knew. And the older I got, the more I'd say, well, I don't want to be alone. And it's too late to leave now, and we have a daughter together, and I'd make all the excuses in the world and I had kind of managed it to where I wasn't happy, but I wasn't miserable anymore. And I thought, oh, he'll be back in 6 months. So what did I do? I blamed her, and I even tried to cause issues, like, almost slapping you.
Oh God, yeah.
Anyway, oh yeah. But at the end of the day, though, it's so crazy because, like, that's what he wanted. Mm-hmm. That's what he wanted. And it was a year. Okay, so the first post I made about him being a narcissist, I knew that was it. Like, I didn't say anything for a year on Facebook. I made comments about Kimberly. It was all her fault, no home record, throwing up her past and like everything. I was just not being a nice person. I was bitter. I was angry. It was her fault, right? Because that's how good he is, right? Because he's still talking to me in the background, and it's all her fault. So at a year, I was like, I've got to be done. I cannot take him back. When this fails, I cannot do this. I am alone. It's been a year. I'm finally over the hard stuff. I don't miss him anymore, which, by the way, you think about, what do you miss? Like, that was
If you try
huge
to
for
write
me.
it on paper, okay, you have to
Yeah,
try to
my
write it on
therapist
paper.
said, what exactly do you miss? And I was like, I don't know. There's nothing.
Not
We
one
don't have
thing.
sex. He doesn't touch me. He is never nice. He's
He,
always,
not
it was
one
like a
compliment.
problem.
I, you know what? I was so jealous of the servers. You know what I mean? Because the wait staff. Thanks, hon. Oh, thank you, beautiful. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Just all these terms of endearment. And I'm like, he never once said,
Yep.
oh, you look so beautiful. You look nice. Now that's nice. You know, nothing, never. And so you're always trying so hard. And then I was like, screw this. I'm just not going to try anymore. You know what I mean? So I'd be in the baggiest clothes, the baggiest sweats, you know, now it's not even just not even, you just don't even care anymore. And so then
Yep.
you get to that point and you're just like, and you don't even know who you are anymore. And anytime that you do get dressed and take a shower and look nice, well, who are you getting dressed up for? You know, like I would go to be, it'd be a day that Liv was going to go be with her dad. And so then like we were going to get the day to go spend together. And I was excited to have time with him without the baby. And so I'd be getting ready. Oh, you're getting dressed up. You getting dressed up for Scotty? Oh, you're getting all pretty for him. Oh, you're going to smell good for him. You know? And so then, and even like when I was at my house and I would be going to drop her off with her dad, I would have to text him before I left the house, and I would have to call him the moment I got done dropping her off.
Well, he used to check my receipts a long time ago.
For like the
Not like
times and
recently.
stuff.
Yeah, once I started making all the money for us,
Mm-hmm.
he stopped doing some of that crazy shit. But in the beginning, oh, he used to be like, there's no way it took you that long at the grocery store, like checking times and receipts. It was just, crazy. But mostly, though, I think you'll agree with me. There was definitely physical, but it's the mental mind games that are mind blowing. I can't even, I couldn't even write a book. Sometimes I get so tongue twisted because if I tried to describe to you what was going on a daily basis, you might go, well, that's not that big of a deal.
No,
No.
you would think that's so crazy, and you're such a smart, beautiful young woman. You would not put up with that. But you're like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. And you wonder why don't they leave? I loved him. And I thought if I could just do enough, I could make this person be who he was during that first 6 months. But the thing is when a narcissist, who they show you in the beginning, that's not real. That's not who they are. You guys, that person's never coming back. Now, if they are trying to get back with you or you're getting in an argument, or if they think you're about to leave, like I am done, and they don't have a new supply waiting, then they will show you just enough at the beginning
Mm-hmm.
to make you think maybe they're coming back.
Yeah.
And that's
like
what drives
when you're
you back
done,
in.
and he's like,
You
I
got
was
in this
just
vicious
about to move in
cycle.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was just about to move in with you. I was just
Yeah.
about to buy us a house. Like.
I was just about to let you post a picture of us on Facebook. I was just about to. I was just about to. Like, it's total, everything is, and here's the thing is, I mean, I can honestly say this. The way that he was to Kimberly was way worse. Because with me, now, not all the time. In the beginning, when I wasn't making good money and when I first left, I had left my ex-husband to be with him. There was some issues there. My ex had cheated on. It's a long story. None of that really matters. But I was married when I got with him. He was in my ear. I will take care of you, your kid, da da da. You're in an unhappy, right. And when I'm believing all this and falling for it. So when we first got together and I didn't have a job, he treated me like you were treated because he could, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I was the breadwinner, when I was the one making all the money while he was sitting around playing video games, I ended up building him, literally, you all, this is no joke, $10,000 weekly paychecks. And he literally does nothing. When I say nothing, I mean, unless you call giving out free product that I pay for, doing something, then okay. But like, honestly, when I say nothing, like, I can't even describe to you how much nothing. Like, he doesn't, it's crazy. But at the end of the day, it's so nuts how the behavior changed. Suddenly, the person that wasn't allowed to go out with their girlfriends or go anywhere, now I was allowed to go on trips to Europe.
Canada.
As long as I'm bringing in that money, as long as he can throw around money looking like the good guy, you know, and always he buys everybody's friendship. So he thinks, okay, I'm going to pay for your divorce. How many people do you know that he's paid for their divorce lawyer? Women.
Oh, I know of at least 6.
Mm-hmm. Paid for who does that? Okay. And yet nobody goes, why is this person doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he even told one of our friends, you can come here, stay in my other apartment, I'll take care of you. I'm going to build you to the highest rank in the company.
I'm going to build you. You guys, I was with him every single day, okay? And from the moment Lisa left and my husband left, and then him and I were together, my business went downhill, okay? Because when you're with a narcissist, you lose yourself.
Well, and he wants to keep you here because he can't treat you like shit if you have the means to leave.
Right.
They can't treat you bad if you have the means to leave. So if they keep you buried all the way down here and then they throw it in your face constantly, but they want to keep you down here, that way it can get to where it got to with you. Because it got so bad with you that, I mean, there's things, the way he spoke to you, the things he did to you.
Yeah. And he would always tell me, you know what I mean? He'd always tell me, like, Kimberly, you bring nothing to the table. You bring nothing to the table. So obviously I care about you because I'm still here with you, you know? I mean, obviously I care about you because I'm trying to make you a better person. You know,
he told one of our mutual friends that he stays with Kimberly because he sees potential to mold her into, I don't even know, but he sees potential. And of course, he's told Kimberly and several of our co-friends that live in the same, we used to all live in the same area, that he would hire a hitman to kill me.
Yeah. And so he said that.
Oh, he texted our daughter. It's in messaging to my daughter. I can't stand you or your mother. I hope you both die. Yeah. I mean, the way he talks to his daughter, that's a whole nother Zoom. We'll do one on that. I think somebody asked, how did we find out about each other? So I suspected, I knew it. When you go through what you've gone through, you guys, listen to that sixth sense inside you. Listen to your intuition. Every single time he's ever cheated on me, you can see the pattern. Okay, so I'll tell you what that pattern looks like. They suddenly start to disappear for hours sometimes. They suddenly start to leave you behind. Oh, I've got to go here. I'll just go. And then they don't come home for 2 hours. They suddenly start fights over nothing. You have no idea what's happening. Like, a narcissist does that anyways, but this is even worse. Like, I'm talking, you have no idea. They're on their phone. Oh, they'll lock their phone. They'll put a code on their phone so you can't get in it. I'm sorry, but in a relationship with a significant other, if they have to lock their phone, something is not right. Okay? Whatever instinct is telling you, follow it. Okay?
That's how you found out, remember?
Yeah, so how I already had confronted him.
You have the feeling.
Said, I think, you know what he told me? I would never date her. Oh my God. She's, first of all, a baby. I'm not having no new kids. And she is like a drug addict from a long time ago. And oh, she's a hooker. Like, he would just say all these things about you. Yeah, I would never date someone like her. She's like so way here. You're so up here. Just get it out of your head. I'm too old. I'm 51.
You're crazy.
I didn't think he was cheating because we hadn't had intercourse in over 5 years because
so what would I want in him?
Yes. So I thought, there's no way, because I know he can't, perform. I know he can't perform. So because he can't perform, there is no way that she would, like, come on, she's a younger girl. She's 10 years younger almost. Like, there's just no way. And so I kept, even though I knew it and everything inside me was telling me, and I would confront him, he would go, are you crazy? You're so stupid. Are you, like, now I'm just irritated because you're freaking stupid. Like, he would just make me believe that I was dumb, like I was crazy. And even though deep down, so how it was confirmed, y'all, was I needed to do a video for work. and my phone died. And he said, you can just use mine. Well, while I was on that video, he went to her house.
Walk the
Because
dog.
we all lived in the same apartment complex, so he could just walk over. And he was sitting there, and Kimberly's like, where's your phone?
And he's like, Lisa's got it. I'm like, oh my God. You guys, I had to flip out. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God.
Well, guess what? When it went off, I saw something pop up, and I clicked on it, and there was a bunch of messages. And I'm telling you guys, these messages were definitely more than friends. And when he came back in and I confronted him, he had my mind so twisted and so messed up that I truly believed I didn't read what I just read.
And you were probably apologizing.
How dare you look in my phone? I don't care what you read. The fact that you're going to snoop about, like, he had it so twisted. I was apologizing to him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done that. Like, dude, it was such a mind mess. And listen, guys, if you're with a narcissist, don't think that this is, you know, a weak woman. Because I'm telling you what, I've always looked at myself as a strong woman. I build a business that brings in $4 million a month. Like, I have people that I stand on stage and talk to in front of thousands of people. I look at myself like I am a strong, independent woman that is smart. And let me tell you what, I was duped and brought into something for 15 years that I couldn't leave because I was caught up in the cycle of abuse. Once you're in that cycle, you're trauma bonded. Mm-hmm. And we're going to do that in another video, but you are trauma bonded. It is almost like if you were to get kidnapped by someone, and it's that Stockholm syndrome where you end up like,
oh yeah, like that girl in the backyard who just wanted to end up staying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, it's crazy. There's so much, and that's how I found out. But when we went to Hawaii, that's when I knew, like, the whole time he was on the phone with her and, you know, making me, you know, buy things for her kids, and it was just crazy. You know, but at the end of the day, there's so many things. Like, me and Kimberly have talked, and why are we doing this? We're doing this because we want to help one. I don't care if one person pops on our YouTube channel or live video on Facebook and they go, that's him, that's who I'm with. If one person recognizes that and gets the hell out, because I promise you this, it does not change. Nothing you can do can change a narcissist. They do not love you. They love you like a possession. Like I told Kimberly, do you cry when you get rid of your old car for a new car? Do you think about the old car? No. That's what you are to a narcissist. Once they, literally years, 15 years of life that I did with this man was erased the second he got with Kimberly. My kids outside of him, my two kids, didn't care less about them. Like normal people in the life of kids for 15 years would want to know how they're doing, or I want to keep, no, like they cut it off like this. There was no good times, no bad times. You were absolutely nothing. Just like that old car, you don't think about it anymore. You just love the new one. And that really is, I mean, that's how they are. So if we can do these videos and one person understands, or if we can have one person heal, I mean, Kimberly's still healing. This is such a process. I mean, I'm so proud of you. I'm still healing. It's been 4 years. It's been 4 years. I'm still healing. But if we can help one person, that's why we're doing this. And, you know, that's why we're here. We're doing this YouTube channel to bring some of you on as guests. We're doing it to heal together, learn from each other. Look, I'm not any kind of a therapist, but let me tell you what. I have watched every narc video there is, read every narc book there is. Like, y'all, I have learned so much. And I mean, I keep teaching Kimberly stuff. It's called this, and this is what you're in, and that's what's happening, and this is what he was doing. And to be able to, you have no idea the way we've been able to heal. I mean, for me personally, I was still stuck in the what if, could I have changed? Is she the one? And being able to talk to her and hear everything, I realized it's all the same. He didn't change for her. Like, yeah, the validation has helped me heal so much. And just having someone that I literally don't even need to tell Kimberly. I can just say a couple words and she understands exactly, because we're like anybody else. I have never been able to really share my heart and talk about things because I feel like they don't understand. Like, I feel like no matter how I explain it, no matter how perfectly, they're going to look at me like I'm crazy. And you just know. because until you've been with a narcissist or had a narcissist in your life, whether that's a sibling or a friend or a parent, you don't get it. You have to be with one. You have,
and you feel so alone when you're with them. You feel alone. Nobody will believe you. Nobody will understand.
No. Everybody thought he was the best guy, and it was partly my fault. I would say, oh, he's amazing. I'd make nice posts on Facebook. All the things I wanted him to do, I'd say. Because you learn you can't say anything or else, I mean, who are you going to talk to? Like, and you didn't want to look stupid staying with someone like that. Like, several reasons. But you're just conditioned to do these things. And, I mean, it was partly my fault. And then what happens when you leave a narcissist is everyone around you goes, I don't believe you. Because why didn't you tell anybody this before?
Yeah, why are we?
I'm sorry. When you're being molested as a child, do you go tell people? Usually not. When you've been raped, do you go tell everyone? Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, unless you've been in a relationship with a narcissist or someone abusive and stayed, you just won't get it. You won't get how you are bonded to that person, how you are caught in the cycle of abuse, how you literally are caught. You can't. So for me, I was caught up in the feeling of when we get back together and how good he would treat me for that month or 2 months. You know what I mean? And it was back. He was the person he was for the 6 months. And I was addicted to the cycle because it was, I don't know. Well, it's crazy.
He would threaten to team up with, I have 3 daughters with 3 different dads. He would threaten to team up with the dads, and I'm gonna get your kids. I'm gonna help him get your kids taken away. And you guys, they use your past against you, and we'll cover. That's another video too. But it's just like you were not alone, and we believe you.
You're not alone, you guys. And I think being able to talk to 2 people. If you ever have those thoughts of what if they're going to be different with someone else? What if I'm missing out? What if, you guys, they actually get worse with age. As they age, they get even worse. And dude, I mean, it's such a mind cluster constantly. And I mean, so many videos. We're going to have topics, flying monkeys, y'all. I think that's got to be our next video. The flying monkeys. The people that support the narcissist and know dang well that we ain't lying, okay? Like, how many exes need to come forward?
Right. And I mean, I'm not lying. In our video, if you know somebody in your life that you just feel like, you know that this might be going on in their life and you don't necessarily want to stick your nose in their business or say anything or whatever, you guys, please share this video because we just want to spread awareness. We want to help educate, and especially like our daughters, you know what I mean? Those of us that have daughters, okay? This is something that needs to be taught because we can save a whole generation, okay? You guys have no idea that it's an epidemic. I mean, it's an epidemic. I mean, there's so many people that you never know what goes on behind closed doors. And the women that you just look at their lives and you think that they have such an amazing marriage and they have such an amazing life,
I've gotten messages since I started sharing, but Kimberly, you're experiencing it now. You guys, I'm telling you, there's people that you have no idea this is happening to them. I have people in my inbox every single time I make a post, share a video, every time Kimberly posts in my stories, they're saying no one else knows. You're the only one that's going to understand. You don't get it. Like hundreds. I can't even tell you how many people have told me, you've given me the strength to leave. How many people have said, I watched your video and understand what he was. Now I get it. Now I know I can't change him. You guys, we are truly making a difference. And that's what this is for. Like, I'm telling you, that's why we're coming together. And hey, of course, my dog's.
Because this is not easy. This is not easy. This is not like fun. This is not meant to bash. This is not us. This isn't even about our abuser. This is spreading awareness.
I mean, of course, we're going to share stories of our experiences, obviously, because it's going to help you guys understand and relate. But no, I mean, honestly, there's so many videos, y'all, and I can't wait to do them because I know there's people out there that need this validation to know that it's what they're going through isn't normal, that there is a name for it, that they are not crazy, that they deserve better, that it's never going to change, and they've got to get out, and their support. We've got a Facebook group. You guys let us know, and actually we'll put it in the comments. Please join it. And then of course we're going to go live on Facebook, hopefully once a week, and who knows, I don't know if we're crazy, twice, who knows, I don't know. And then we're going to download it to YouTube too, and our YouTube channel again is called Exposed, a Narcissist's Worst Nightmare, because us two, we are a nice, they don't want you to know what we're about to tell you, okay? They do not want you to know what we are going to share with you. We're going to expose the hell out of all their little tips and tricks and little things and mind things they do. Because I don't care whether it's your sister, your friend, your mom, your boyfriend, they are all the same, okay? They operate the same. Circumstances are different, but they operate the same. And, you know, look, we're not perfect. We're not,
No.
we're not paid actors. We definitely, we're a little all over the place. That's who we are. I mean, it's probably going to be like that. But I do think that you guys are getting it. Even if we're a little all over the place.
Thank you so much.
We've avoided this. We wanted to go live. We've been talking about doing this. We started the channel actually like 2 months ago. We've been saying we're going to go live, and both of us keep chickening out. I'll be like, okay, today. And she'll be like, no, today. And then today. And we keep chickening out because why? We feel tongue twisted. We didn't know what to say. And I said, you know what, Kimberly, we're going to stop making excuses. We're just doing this today. Who cares what comes out? Yeah. Somebody is going to be touched the way they need to be touched, even if it's a bunch of blah, 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 blah. And
the people that are going through it, they hear our heart. They understand. You know what I mean? The people that are going through are like that.
Yeah. So this is what we want from you. In the comments, y'all, please let us know whether you're on YouTube. You can leave a comment, or if Facebook Live, let us know what topics you'd love to see us cover. Narcissist, sociopath, because we were with one. And also, if you have a story that needs to be heard, we would love to know, because we would love to get you on our list to interview you. And just let us know what you think, good or bad. Let us know what you think. Well, don't let us know what you think about this one, okay? Because it kind of wasn't that, you know, we were kind of all over the place. But please let us know what you're looking for, because we want to talk about it. There's so many topics. We want to talk about it. And be gentle with us. We just got the courage to do this, okay? We got the courage. We will do more with in-depth stuff and all that. But, yeah, I mean, I think we did okay for our first one. I don't know. What do you think? Did we do okay?
Yeah. Right. Towards the end, we got an echo, and I don't know what happened, and I hope that not everybody can hear it.
What happened?
Towards the end, I got an echo, so like we got an echo, and I hope that not everybody can hear it.
Okay, I don't have it on my end, but who knows? Okay.
Okay, good.
All right. Well, you guys, thank you for joining us, and I don't watch for our next one. We'll be live. Check if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll get a notification. Okay. Thanks, Kimberly. Bye, guys. See y'all later. See you next time.